Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV in conjunction with Colfax High School presents Viking pregame. A look at today's Colfax Vikings girls game. And now, Viking pregame.
Good evening and welcome to the NLWN-TV studios. I'm Rick Olson and we're getting ready to bring you Colfax High School Viking Girls Basketball in part 2 of our Boys Then Girls doubleheader. Now tonight the 1-1 Colfax Vikings, who are coming off a 43-36 win over the Baldwin-Woodville Blackhawks, will take on the 0-1 River Falls Wildcats, who are coming off a 47-24 loss to the Ellsworth Panthers. Now, coming up in this edition of Viking Pregame, we'll take a look at tonight's matchup between the Wildcats and the Vikings. Then we'll take a look at what action we have so far in the Dunn-St. Croix Conference. And following that, we'll send it out to Colfax High School, where our broadcast crew will bring you all the play-by-play action of Game 2 of tonight's Boys Then Girls doubleheader. So it's time to get ready for some exciting high school girls basketball. All that coming up right after this brief timeout. You're tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
There are a lot of words I would use to describe my daughter. Kind, strong, hilarious. When I think about how much she's experienced in her life, we can't help but be inspired by her every day. So really, we are the lucky ones. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
Welcome back to Viking Pregame, where we're getting ready to bring you all the action of tonight's second game of our Boys Then Girls doubleheader between the Viking girls and the River Falls Wildcats. The Vikings are coming off a 43-36 win over the Baldwin-Woodville Blackhawks back on Thursday, while the Wildcats are coming off a 47-24 loss to the Ellsworth Panthers 1 week ago. Now, in that Viking game against Baldwin-Woodville, the Vikings showed much improvement and hustle and controlled the game despite the pesky Baldwin-Woodville Blackhawks, who kept creeping back to make the score close. Now, leading the way for the Vikings in that effort was senior forward McKenna Shipman, who hit on 6 field goals, 3 of which were three-pointers, and went 3 for 6 from the free throw line for 18 points. Jeanette Hajdukovic hit a field goal and went 4 for 7 from the line for 6 points, while Kaysen Goodell and Jordan Bovey each contributed 5 points. Now tonight the Vikings are taking on the River Falls Wildcats, who play in the Big Rivers Conference. Last season the Wildcats finished with a 9-14 record before bowing out in the WIAA Regionals to La Crosse Central. In their loss last Tuesday to Ellsworth, the Wildcats were led by 5'11 senior Jordan Shantz, who hit 3 field goals and went 1 for 2 from the free throw line for 7 points. She was followed by senior Kia Strop, who accounted for 6 points. Now, so far this season, leading the way for the Vikings in scoring is McKenna Shipman, who's averaging 12 points per game. She's being followed by Jeanette Hajdukovic, who's accounting for 8 points per game, with Kaysen Goodell and Autumn Nigaman, who are averaging 6.5 and 4 points respectively. Now, coming up next, following this timeout, we'll wrap things up and look around the Dunn-St. Croix Conference and get you ready for tonight's second game. You're tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network, NLWN-TV, and NLWN-2.
We all know what it's like to feel alone. But it just takes one new connection. Want to get out of here? To empower many.
This is unbelievable.
It doesn't take a superhero to bring forces together. We all have the power to reach out.
Let's go!
And help someone feel like they belong.
Pretty cool, huh?
We are stronger together.
Welcome back to Viking Pregame. The Dunn St. Croix Conference is in the process of getting tuned up for conference play as all the teams have been in action. Now last Thursday, the Elk Mound Mounders defeated the Somerset Spartans 55-37. Meanwhile, in the Battle of the Bulldogs, Boyceville was defeated in a nail-biter by Chautauqua Weyerhaeuser 46-42. The Durand, Arkansas Panthers were knocked off by Cochrane Fountain City 58-49, and the Mondovi Buffaloes hosted the Alma Pepin Eagles, with Mondovi coming out on top 67-27. The Elma Plum City Wolves and the Aleva Strum Cardinals squared off, with Aleva Strum emerging victorious 63-26. The Emmanuel Lutheran Lancers took on the Spring Valley Cardinals, with the Lancers winning 56-31. Glenwood City was defeated by Independence Gilmanton 65-33. Now tonight, the Vikings are getting ready to take on the River Falls Wildcats, who play out of the Big Rivers Conference in Game 2 of our boys then girls doubleheader. Now this game is another example of the Vikings scheduling a strong non-conference slate to better prepare themselves for the Dunn St. Croix Conference schedule. So the stage is set for some exciting girls high school basketball, and we'll have all the action for you right here on the Northern Light Webcasting Network, NLWN-TV, and NLWN-2. Now in just a moment, I'll join our broadcast crew at Colfax High School as we'll bring you all the action of tonight's girls game between the Colfax Vikings and the River Falls Wildcats. That's all coming up next. You've been tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network, NLWN-TV, and NLWN-2.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
You've been tuned to Viking Pregame with a look at today's Colfax Vikings girls game. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Stay tuned. Coming up next is live Colfax Viking basketball.
It happens to everyone eventually. Your computer goes on the fritz. Fear not, Sladen's Technology Services can help. When your computer decides to not cooperate, it can be very frustrating. Let Sladen's Technology Services keep you from wanting to drive your computer right off a cliff. Sladen's Technology Services supports business of all sizes. They offer assistance with managed anti-malware, encrypted email, fast tech support, data backup, and recovery, and more. Call Sladen's Technology Services at 715-864-2833 and get the IT help you desire. Sladen's Technology Services is the official IT service for the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
In November of 2018, our daughter Jana passed away. The outpouring of support was unbelievable. Support that we received inspired us to start a foundation called the Jana Kelly Memorial Foundation. And through that foundation,
we've given back in a lot of different ways, through projects, through different other charities that we've supported. We like to help Humane Association, and the Ronald McDonald House is something that's very near and dear to us. We've also recently, this last year, we actually built a tiny house. It's really exciting to be able to give back in different ways.
To learn more or to help financially, would find us on Facebook or www.janakelly.com.
Colfax Viking Girls Basketball is on the air.
To the right side, they feed it down underneath to Hajdukovic, who lays it up and in. Jeanette Hajdukovic with two.
The Northern Light Webcasting Network, along with NLWN-TV, is excited to bring you Colfax High School Girls Basketball.
No good on the shot. Rebound taken away by Shipman and puts the shot up and in.
Join us as we follow the Vikings while they battle their way through the Dunn St. Croix Conference.
To Nigaman, she launches a three. She hit the three!
And now out to the gym for today's Colfax Viking basketball.
There, now we have our audio back. Rick Olson here along with Dan Petchow and Chris Olson as we're getting ready to bring you Game 2 of our boys and girls doubleheader, as the girl Vikings are getting ready to take on the River Falls Wildcats. And we'll have the starting lineups from down at the scores table in just a moment.
Welcome to Colfax High School for tonight's non-conference girls basketball matchup between the River Falls Wildcats and your Colfax Vikings. Introducing the starters for the Wildcats, a sophomore, number 1, Haley Quinn. A senior, number 10, Kia Strock. A senior, number 20, Jordan Perez. A senior, number 21, Emily Van Osdal. And a senior, number 22, Jordan Schwantz. The Wildcats are led by head coach Ian Stipp. And now, starting lineup for your Colfax Vikings. Number 12, a senior, JC Obi. Senior Kyle Keltner. Number 32, senior Jada Anderson. Number 40, senior Jeanette Ayukovic. And number 42, senior McKenna Shipman. The Vikings are led by head coach Tony Serrao. Please join us at halftime as our dance team will perform their conference team.
So the starters tonight for River Falls will be Haley Quinn, Kaya Stroke, Jordan Torres, Emily Van Ostal, and Jordan Schwantz. For the Vikings, they're going to go JC Bovey, Meadow Keltner, Jada Anderson, Jeanette Hajdukovic, and McKenna Shipman. River Falls in dark blue with white numbers. Colfax in their white home jerseys with red numbers. Hajdukovic to jump along with Jordan Schwantz. Colfax going left to right. River Falls with the ball. Right, left side to Torres, right side to Torres, or to Schwantz, picked up by Colfax, off turnover. McKenna Shipman comes down the court with the ball. Left side to Bovey. Top of the key. Right side to Hajdukovic. Down low to Keltner. Takes a look into Jada Anderson. She tries to drive. It's up. And she walked. So it'll be a River Falls ball. Well, thank you, Dan. Always takes a few minutes to get everything sorted out as we get between the games here. Haley Quinn with the ball, takes a jumper from the lane. It's off the iron, no good. Rebound taken down by Shipman. She brings it down across the timeline at the top of the key. Tied up there, gets it out to Hajdukovic. Tries to feed it back to Bovey. Ball's picked up by Schwantz, who lays it up. It goes in, and we have a whistle and a foul. Falls at number 40. That'll be Jeanette Hajdukovic. First foul on anybody in the game. Jordan Schwantz. Shot goes up and in. She's a 5'11 senior. Vikings bring the ball down the floor. JC Bovey on the dribble. At the top of the key. Turns around. Feeds it down underneath. The Shipman turnaround jumper's no good. Hajdukovic tries to go back up with a contested shot, knocked out of bounds. It'll be a Viking ball. Meadow Keltner to inbound the ball. Sorry about that, Meadow. Shot goes up, no good from Bovey. Keltner with the rebound, and she got bumped down underneath, and that'll be on Schwantz.
Her first.
Keltner getting ready to inbound it, gets it into Hajdukovic, lays it up, and puts it in. Jeanette Hajdukovic brings the Vikings to within one. Schwantz with it on the right side. Feeds it off to Strop. Back out high to Quinn. Quinn pulls out from the free throw line, puts it up, no good. Rebound being battled for Shipman and Torres. They call it jump ball. Vikings have the possession arrow.
So I think about Colfax is they always play physical on defense.
J.C. Bovey through the center circle. Feeding it over to the right side, high, wide, and right to Anderson. Anderson picks up her dribble and got fouled by Haley Quinn.
That'll be her first. Second team foul.
Bovey with it. Gets it down to Keltner in the corner. Back out to the top of the key to Bovey. Stutter steps, takes it into the lane, lays it up, it's no good. Rebound taken down by Torres. Feeds it down the floor, they get it to Schwantz underneath. She lays it up, it's no good. Rebound taken down by Anderson. Shipman with it, at the top of the key, launches a three. She hits a three! McKenna Shipman puts the Vikings on top, 5-3. Strop with it, gets it to Schwantz in the corner. She puts up a three, rattles around and goes in.
Schwantz with all the points for River Falls. 6 points.
6-5. Wildcats on top of the Vikings. Bovey with it. We're going to get a whistle, and I don't know if she took an extra step or stepped on the sideline.
Yeah, couldn't see down there.
So the Wildcats come down the floor. Torres hands it off to Schwantz. Schwantz out to Torres on the right side. Stops in the lane. Gets it out to Van Ostel. Into the lane, turn around, hook shot is good by Torres. Eight to 5. River Falls on top. 14:30 to go. Keltner putting up a three, comes up short and out of bounds.
Keltner saying it was tipped, along with Hajdukovic. Came up about 3 feet short.
The officials missed the tip ball, according to the Viking fans in the stands here. Strop with it, puts it up, it's no good. And the Vikings come quickly down the floor. Bovey with it at the side of the lane. Gets it back out to the top of the key to Anderson. Drives into the lane. She puts it up but got fouled.
Falls on number 1.
That's Haley Quinn. Her second. And the third team foul. Wholesale substitutions for the Vikings. So Goodell and Nigaman and Bovey. This is Jordan Bovey out there now. Ball comes in. Goodell puts up the three. It's off the front of the iron. No good. Rebound taken down by Strop. She gets it over to Van Ostel down the right side of the lane and got a foul as she went up.
Foul's going to be on 30. Sierra Shipman.
That's Shipman's first foul. Second team foul on the Vikings. Emily Van Ostel. First shot is up, no good. 8-5, Wildcats with the lead. 13:55 remaining in the first half. Second shot is on its way, no good. Rebound hauled down by Nigaman. She gets it off to Goodell, who takes it down the right side. Cross-court pass over to Sierra Shipman. Now Nigaman to Goodell, three-pointer on the way, no good. Nigaman with the rebound, puts it back up and in. Autumn Nigaman with the 2. Strop with it. She gets it over onto the near side. That's to Schwantz. Back out high and back to Schwantz, and now over to the left corner to Strop, back out to Schwantz. Schwantz drives into the lane, turns around, guarded. Ball gets tipped away and down into the corner, but River Falls gets it back. They get it over to Addie Tim, and then to Schwantz, three-pointer on the way, and she hit it. 11-7. River Falls with a 4-point lead. Jordan Bovey with it. She gets it off to Sikora. Sikora drives into the lane. The shot got blocked, goes out of bounds. It'll be the Vikings' ball. Goodell gets it into Nigaman, puts it up, no! Rebound taken down. That's Jalowitz for River Falls. They got it to Strop, who laid it up and in. 13-7. Nigaman with the ball on the right side, loses the handle. Picked up by Torres down the floor. Or check that, that's Strop. Try to bounce pass along the baseline, and we're going to get a foul.
Foul?
They're going to call a foul on Nigaman, I believe.
No. River Falls, number 20.
My mistake, Jordan Torres with the foul. Fourth team foul on River Falls. Jordan Bovey across the timeline with the ball. Gets it over to the right side. McKenna Shipman with it. Feeds it out high to Nigaman. Drives into the lane. Puts it up. It goes in. And she drew the harm. Autumn Nigaman with a hard-fought layup.
Falls at 21. Nope, 22. Jordan Schwantz.
According to the scoreboard, the foul was on Haley Quinn.
Oh.
And Nigaman puts the shot in. So it's 13-10. Vikings trail by 3. River Falls with the ball. They get it over onto the near side. That's Van Osdal. She takes it out to the top of the key. Hands it off. Goes into the lane. They're going to call a foul, I believe, on Hajdukovic. Nope. On Nigaman.
Her first.
Kia Strop at the line. Free throws up and good. (14-10). Second shot is up. It's also good. Five-point lead for the River Falls Falcons. Jordan Bovey bringing the ball across the timeline. Gets it out to Goodell on the right side. She's high, wide, and right. Now to the top of the key to Bovey. Over to the left side to Shipman. Underneath to Hajdukovic, putting the shot up. It's no good. Rebound being fought for, and coming away is Haley Quinn for River Falls. She stops at the top of the key. Feeds it over to the right side. Back out to Quinn. Now to the left side. That's Addie Tim. She takes it back over to the right side. Gets it to Ben Osdal. And then it goes to Jalowitz. And the shot is no good. Vikings come away with it. Nigaman pulled it down. Got it to Bovey. Goodell thought about the shot. Feeds it off to Nigaman. Drives down underneath. Puts a shot up off the side of the backboard. Over to Quinn. Quinn drives, puts it up, no good. Hajdukovic with the rebound. 15-10. River Falls with the lead. They feed it down underneath to Hajdukovic, and it's good!
Yeah, nice little give and go there.
A nice looking play. Mid-air catch by Shipman, who fed it to Hajdukovic without even coming down. Hajdukovic laid it in. Quinn with it. Feeds it over to the right side to Jalowitz. Then back out to Van Osdal. To Quinn. Quinn lays it up and in. 17-12. 9:56 to go in half number one. Vikings with the ball on the left side. This is Goodell, drives into the lane, tries to put it up, partially blocked, gets the ball back, goes up and draws the foul.
Good second effort by number 4, Kason Goodell.
And the foul is called on Jordan Torres.
Her second.
And the first shot by Goodell is no good, off the back of the iron.
16 foul for River Falls.
Sikora and Anderson into the lineup for the Vikings. Nigaman and Jordan Bovey get a break. Shots on the way, that one's good. 17-13. Down the floor comes Vitt. She feeds it off to Jalowitz. Then to Quinn. Now to Vitt. Drives into the lane. Kicks it back out. Shot on the way. No good. Rebound taken down by Shipman. That shot was by Jalowitz. Shipman pulls up from three-point land. And no, it's off the front of the iron. Quickly down the floor come the Wildcats. Jalowitz gets it over to Quinn. Quinn from three, in and out and in.
5 points for Quinn.
20-13, River Falls up by 7. Vikings try to feed it into the lane. Shipman wasn't looking for it. Goodell steals the ball back for the Vikings, and they come right back down the floor. 8:42 to remaining in the first half. Anderson with it down in the right corner. Back out high to Hajdukovic. Over to Sikora on the left side. Now this is Goodell. Goodell to Anderson in the left corner. To the top of the key to Sikora. Over to the left side to Hajdukovic. Hajdukovic feeds it to Anderson. Tried to get it to Shipman, but Goodell picked up the loose change and laid it in.
First 2
20
points
to 15.
For Goodell.
Wildcats have it. 3-point shot goes up. It's no good. That was an attempt by Addie Tim. And down the floor comes McKenna Shipman. She feeds it off. 3-pointer on the way. No good. That was by Sikora. And the Wildcats come away with it. Vitt on the dribble. Takes it over to the right side. Gets it to Jalowitz. Jalowitz across to the left side to Tim. And then out to Vitt on the right. She's high, wide, and right. Takes it towards the lane, where she got picked up by Anderson. Gets it over to Tim, to Quinn, to Jalowitz. It's all on the left side. To Quinn. This is Tim now taking it and putting it up, and it's no good, but a foul being called on Kason Goodell.
Her first.
That's the 4th team foul on the Vikings. 7:10 remaining in the half. First shot is up and good. J.C. Bovey into the lineup for the Vikings. Keltner also came in. Shots on the way, it's good. 22-15.
2 points for Addie Tim so far.
Shipman inbounds the ball to J.C. Bovey. She brings it across the timeline. Over to Keltner on the right side. She gets it over to Sikora. Sikora takes it down to the right baseline. We have a whistle and a foul as she was driving around the corner. She got held onto. I think that's a foul on Haley Quinn. No, it's not. They're saying number 10, not number 1. So Kia Strop, it's her first personal, 7th team foul. So Sikora's at the line for the 1-on-1. Shot goes up, it's good. She'll get another one. Shot goes up, no good. Rebound taken down by Cheyenne Wilson. They get it over to Strop, who takes it over to the right side. And to Quinn. Quinn out to Strop, looking at a three-pointer, decides not to. Gets it over to Schwantz. Schwantz to Vitt. Vitt drives into the lane. Ball gets tipped and goes out of bounds off the hands of Kia Strop. And the Vikings have it.
Yeah, Colfax defense is keeping them in this game tonight.
Shipman gets it into Bovey. Bovey across the timeline. Now it's Sikora with it at the top of the key. She hands it off to Shipman. Tries to feed it into Keltner in the lane, but it got intercepted by the Wildcats. And now with it is Torres. She puts a shot up, it's no good. Anderson with the rebound. Bovey with it across the timeline. On the right side. Comes into the lane. Feeds it out to Sikora. Sikora thought about driving the lane, pulled back out. Gets it to Keltner on the right side. To Anderson. Anderson gets it out to Bovey. Back to Anderson. Anderson drives down. We're going to get a whistle and a foul. This is going to be a foul on Emily Van Osdal.
Yeah, River Falls was in man and also got beat. She'll draw the foul.
It's her first personal, 8th team foul. And the free throw is up, it's no good. And River Falls comes away with the rebound. Down the floor comes Schwantz, and she dishes it off. Into the lane is Strop. She gets it out to Vitt, top of the key. Over to Schwantz on the right side. Drives into the lane, puts a shot up, it's no good. I think it was partially blocked, and the Vikings come down the floor with it. Bovey with it on the dribble, feeds it down low to Shipman, lays it up off the glass, it's no good, and rebounded by the Wildcats. Schwantz with it on the left side down into the corner. This is Strop with it. She gets it over to Vitt. Vitt at the free throw line to Schwantz at the top of the key. Schwantz takes it down the right side of the lane, puts it up, it's no good. Rebound and put back up and in by Jordan Torres.
She has 4 points.
24-16, an 8-point lead for the Wildcats. The pass goes between the legs of Shipman, but it was picked up by Keltner. Out to Bovey, she launches a three, it's no good. Ball gets knocked out of bounds by Shipman. And wholesale line changes for the Vikings again. Shipman stays in, but otherwise it's 4 in, 4 out. Kaylin Jalowitz to inbound. She gets it in to Van Osdal. Van Osdal takes it over to the right side. Passes it back to the left to Jalowitz. Jalowitz down in the corner to Van Osdal. Van Osdal dribbles it back out high. Feeds it over to Schwantz. Schwantz at the top of the key. In traffic, and we're going to get a foul called. And I think the foul is on Sierra Shipman. Her second, 5th team foul on the Vikings. Jalowitz with it at the top of the key. Feeds it over to the left side. That's dropped. She got fouled on her way in.
That was in 30.
That's Sierra Shipman. That's 2 quick ones on her. 3rd personal on her. Shot goes up. 26-16, a 10-point lead for the Wildcats. And we got a whistle. And a foul on the Wildcats is going to send Case and Goodell to the line. That's a foul on Kia Strop. Second foul on Strop. Shot by Goodell is up and good. Second shot is good. Wildcats come down the floor, and it's dropped with it, feeds it over to the right side, driving in and putting it up and in is Jalowitz. 28-18.
Her first 2 points of the night.
Hajdukovic with it on the left side. Now they give it over to Shipman. Takes it to the top of the key, spins from the free throw line, puts it up, no good. Rebound being taken down by the Wildcats. They feed it down the floor with 3:16 remaining. They get it over to the near side, and that's Jalowitz. The shot's no good. Rebound tied up, jump ball, and River Falls with the possession arrow. And a timeout being called by the Vikings. 3:09 remaining, and it's River Falls 28, Vikings 18. You're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network, NLWN-2 and NLWN-TV.
Banking on relationships.
If you spent the summer putting off home improvement projects, don't worry, Dairy State Bank can help. Whether you're planning to add on, winterproof, or repair storm damage, we can help you with the financing. For more information, visit dairystatebank.com or give us a call today. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Dairy State Bank.
Back here at Colfax High School, Vikings trailing the River Falls Wildcats with 3:09 to go. A score of 28-18. Inbounding the ball is Kaylin Jalowitz. Gets it out high to Schwantz. Schwantz at the top of the key. Stops in the lane. Feeds it out. And now they get it over to Strop. Strop between the circles. Takes it over to the right side. Almost lost the handle. Picks up the dribble. Now an errant pass was intended for Van Ostall and went out of bounds. It'll be Vikings ball. Shipman gets it into Bovey. Bovey over to Goodell. Back to Bovey. Over to Nigaman. Nigaman back out to Bovey. Pass intended for Nigaman got tipped by Jalowitz, and it'll remain Viking ball.
We got a little mismatch. Who's guarding Hajdukovic, number 24. Eddie Tim might see Kovacs go inside.
Nigaman with a three-pointer is no good. Rebound taken away by River Falls. Down the floor comes Strop. Strop feeds it over to Tim. Tim over to the Van Osdal. Back to Jalowitz. And then the three-pointer is up and good by Addie Tim.
She has 5 points.
31-18. Vikings have to be careful not to let this get away from them. They're still within striking distance. As Jordan Bovey gets it into Shipman, and I think there was a little communication issue on that one because both Nigaman and Hajdukovic, and Nigaman kind of made it look like she was going to get it. Hajdukovic backed off, and Nigaman didn't grab it. So it's Jalowitz with the ball. She gets it out for the three-pointer from Tim. It's no good. Goodell with it down the right side. Back out high to Bovey. To the left side. And they get it underneath the Hajdukovic. Shipman got it. Fed Hajdukovic along the baseline, who laid it up and in.
Yeah, that's the height difference on that matchup.
Jalowitz puts up a leap and leaner and got it to drop. So Goodell with it for the Vikings. Feed it down in the corner to Shipman. Three-pointer on the way. Came up a little bit short. Coming away with the ball is Van Osdal. Feeding it over to Tim. Three-pointer on the way. She hit the three.
Daddy Tim getting in rhythm right now.
Under a minute to go in half number one. It's 36-20. Bovey with it to Nigaman. Back out to Bovey. Hitting it into the lane to Hajdukovic. Turns around, tries to go up, can't. Gets it out to Nigaman. Puts up the shot, no good. Rebound, chased down by Hajdukovic. She gets it out to Bovey. Puts up the shot, no good. Goodell puts it up, and a whistle and a foul. Foul is on Addie Tim. That's her first. First shot goes up and no good. Vikings are in the double bonus when it's not a shooting foul.
Kaysen's 3 for 4 from the line tonight.
Her second shot is on the way, and that's good. Make that 4 for 5. Vitt with the ball, long pass down the floor to Torres. Torres down the right side to the baseline. Directing traffic from the right corner. Now she gets it out to Vitt. Vitt takes it out high, swings it around to the left side to Jalowitz. Three-pointer by Tim, shots no good, and that's the end of the first half. With the score, the River Falls Wildcats 36, Vikings 21. And coming up next, we will have Viking halftime with Jordan Bovey as our Viking profile guest, as you're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Are your animals feeling a little under the weather? Give the nice folks at Colfax Animal Hospital a call. Austin and Nikki Pritchard are just what the doctor ordered. In fact, they are the doctors and they're ready to help. That's the Colfax Animal Hospital. Give them a call at 715-962-3380.
When you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it, rest assured, you can still get that meal by going to Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax. Mom's is open daily, serving breakfast and lunch, and don't forget dinner on Friday nights with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee is always hot, the breakfast is always delicious, and lunch will put a smile on your face and in your stomach. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub.
To get your lawn or garden to perform at attracting what you want, you first need to know what your soil is working with. That's where Midwest Environmental Consultants can help. Their soil testing service can give you a complete rundown on your soil's nutrition and health. They test for nitrogen levels, phosphorus, potash, micronutrients, minerals, pH, and organic matter. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants put you in control of your soil's health. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 608-468-2067. That's Midwest Environmental Consultants, serving Western Wisconsin.
Time now for Viking Halftime, with today's Viking profile and other halftime entertainment. That's coming up right after this.
Time now for Viking Profile, where we take a closer look at one of the Colfax Viking players. And now, Viking Profile.
Today on Viking Profile, we're talking with JC Bovey, a senior here at Colfax High School. And JC, we know that you play basketball, but are you involved in any other activities here at school?
Just NHS and student council.
Okay, so now when did you start playing basketball, and what kind of an experience has that been for you?
I want to say second grade, and it's always just been super fun to play with my older siblings.
Okay, what's the most important thing that you've learned playing basketball?
Never give up, just keep hustling.
Okay, that's pretty important. So when not playing basketball or not here at school, what are some other things that keep you interested or occupied?
Just hanging out with family and friends.
All right. That's always kind of nice and relaxing, and at least most of the time it's relaxing.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
Probably cake.
Which kind?
Just vanilla.
All right. Hot dog, burger, or brats?
Hot dog.
And what do you want on that dog?
Just some ketchup.
All right. Your favorite color?
I'd say pink.
Pink. Is there a reason for that?
No, I don't think so. I've always liked it.
All right. Well, hey, that's as good a reason as any. If you could have a superpower, what do you think that might be and why?
Probably to fly. I think it'd just be super cool instead of driving, maybe.
And keep you out of traffic.
Yeah.
Okay. Of course, if you have that superpower to fly, you have to have a superhero name to go with it. Yeah. What do you think your superhero name might be?
Maybe like Flying JC.
Flying JC, that works. All right. Your favorite NBA or WNBA team?
Bucks.
All right. How about a collegiate team?
Probably LSU.
Okay. Now, is there a basketball player in your past that's affected the way you play your game?
Probably my older sister, Jilly.
Okay. All right. Very good. We're talking with JC Bovey on Viking Profile. And JC, what are your plans for after high school?
Attend UW lacrosse.
Okay. Do you know what you're going to be taking up?
Business.
All right. How about a shout out to the family?
Thanks for supporting me.
All right. When people watch Viking games, what number are you going to be wearing, and where can we find you on the floor?
I'll be 12 and probably a 1 or a 2.
And we want to thank JC Bovey for joining us today on Viking Profile. Coming up next, more Viking Halftime.
You've been listening to Viking Profile. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. He sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. Basically, he had to relearn everything. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself. We have our own journey, and we can fulfill that journey at the same time that we are helping our loved one.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey.
You've been tuned to Viking Halftime. Stay tuned. Coming up is second half action of today's Viking game on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Attacks against Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders are on the rise.
My simple solution to the problem was remove people from the scene and help them feel safer. In terms of the hate crimes, I think there is so much more work to be done. We really need to come together and tackle this issue as a community.
Anderson Bridges, located in Colfax, Wisconsin, has been manufacturing prefabricated steel truss bridges since 1989. With hundreds of bridges supplied nationwide, we suspect you've crossed our path. It may have been on a pedestrian or bicycle bridge, or how about a snowmobile, ATV, or golf course bridge? Anderson Bridges is likely to have manufactured it. Founded in 1989, Anderson Bridges has been a family-owned company since its beginning and are proud to support the Colfax Vikings.
And we're back here at Colfax High School, just getting ready to wrap up halftime as the Vikings trail the River Falls Wildcats by a score of 36-21. Dan, why don't you let us know how we got to that score?
Yeah, here's a score right now for River Falls. They're led by number 22, Jordan Schwant. She had 9 points, followed by Addie Tim. She's got 8. We have Kaya Strop. She's got 6. Kaylin Jolowitz. She has 4. And Haley Quinn has 5.
That's Jalowitz.
For the Vikings, they're led by 2 girls right now. Number 4, Kason Goodell and Jeanette Hajdukovic. They both have 6. Followed by number 22, Autumn Nigaman. She has 5. McKenna Shipman has 3. And number 34, Bryn Sikora has 1. 36-21.
Okay. Turn that back on and it works much better. Okay, and I'll tell you what, we're going to be ready for second half action in just about a minute. So we're going to take another real quick timeout. And you're tuned to Viking Basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
C&K Construction is your source for high-quality concrete and construction work in the Chippewa Valley. Established in 2014, C&K Construction in Chippewa Falls is a leading concrete contractor proud to serve Eau Claire, Altoona, Menominee, and surrounding areas. Specializing in concrete construction, excavating, flatwork poured walls, and much more, they're right for all of your concrete needs. Call C&K Construction in Chippewa Falls at 715-559-1335.
Getting ready for the start of half number 2. Dan, what do the Vikings need to do to get back into this one?
Make their free throws. Yeah, and just maybe get their turnovers down a little bit. You know, they tried to work it inside. They did good in about the first 5-6 minutes of the game, and then River Falls kind of shut them down. So they need to make some free throws, keep their turnovers down, and just kind of getting a little rhythm. They got a little rag in the second part of the first half, and they'll be right back in it.
Vikings will inbound the ball to start the second half. Keltner gets it into Bovey. Vikings now moving from right to left. Bovey across the timeline over to Keltner on the right side. Keltner back to Bovey. She's on the left. Drives down toward the baseline. Looks to feed it into the lane to Hajdukovic. Turnaround jumper's good. 36-23. Down the floor comes Van Ostel. They feed it over to Torres, and it's good. Bovey with it. On the right side to Keltner. Keltner back out to Bovey. Cross-court pass to Anderson to Shipman. Drives down towards the lane. Feeds it back out to Anderson. Three-pointer on the way is off the mark. No good. And coming down with it is Torres. She gets it over to Van Osdal. Van Osdal on the left side to Quinn. Quinn drives to the lane. Feeds it inside. That's Torres. She gets it out to Van Osdal, now to Quinn. Quinn drives into the lane, loses control on the ball, but it's picked up by Torres. And the shot goes up, it's no good. Coming away with it is Anderson. Anderson feeds it over to Shipman, who lays it down underneath Hajdukovic, who lays it up and in. 38-25.
She has 10 points.
And we have a whistle. And we're going to get a foul called on Keltner. That's her first team foul on the Vikings in the second half. Quinn with it, coming in on the left side. She feeds it back out to the left corner to Strop. Out high to Van Osdal. Drives down into the lane, puts it up, no good. Rebound taken out of there by Anderson. She gets it over to Shipman, who comes down the floor. Shipman at the top of the key gets it over to Keltner from the left side. Three-pointer's no good. And down the floor comes Strop. Strop takes it into the lane, tries to put it up. We're going to get a whistle and a foul. I think it's probably on Shipman. Nope. They called it on Nigaman. No, Nigaman's not in there.
It was either McKenna.
It had to be McKenna. She was right there. So the first free throw by Kia Strop is no good. Second one is also no good. Rebound taken down by Shipman. Now they get the scoreboard right. Shipman with it on the left side to Keltner. She puts in a three. Meadow Keltner with a three-pointer. Cuts the lead to 10. 15:30 remaining. And we're going to get a whistle.
It's been a little trip or something.
They're calling her for the trip. The foul is on J.C. Bovey. I don't know how it could be a trip when she didn't move her feet, but...
She was wondering the same thing.
She was. Strop with it out between the circles. Gets it over to Quinn on the far side. Now she's at the free throw line. Puts up a jumper. It's no good. Rebound. Chased down. Knocked around. And coming away with it are the Wildcats. Strop with it. Now they get it over to the near side to Schwantz. Puts it up. No good. Vikings come away with the rebound. That's Anderson with it across the timeline. Feeds it across the court to Keltner. Over to Shipman, three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound, some banging going on there, and the Wildcats come down with it. Taking it into the lane, Quinn feeds it out to Schwantz, and then driving into the lane, and they're saying no shot foul on the floor.
Yeah, you know, I think they got McKenna on that. She kind of dropped her arms, and instead of just standing there, she made a little movement, and I think that was enough to cause the blocking fall.
Although they called the foul on Anderson.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. We're way off.
All right, driving the baseline, shots up and no good. Nigaman comes away with it. And down the floor comes Goodell. She's got it high, wide, and right. Feeds it into Sikora, back out to Goodell. Now they come around to the left side. Nigaman feeds it to Sikora. Tries to get it to Sierra Shipman. Then back out high to Jordan Bovey. Ball goes off the iron in the backcourt. And they're going to call an over and back against the Vikings.
Yeah, Vikings small right now. They're going to have to see if they can create something on the outside.
Van Osdal over to Quinn. Quinn on the near side feeds it over to, that was Strop, and the shot was no good. Vikings with it. Shipman gets it to Goodell, and now they called Shipman for the travel. She came close a couple times earlier, and this time they got her.
Yeah, I think a little confusion on Colfax right now. Not sure where they all should be.
38-28, River Falls with the lead. They have it on the far side. This is Schwantz, takes it into the lane, puts it up and banks it off the glass and in. Goodell with it on the right side. Gets it out high to Bovey. Back over to Goodell. She's on the right. Down to the right wing to Shipman. Back over to the left side now to Bovey. To Goodell, high wide right. To Nigaman down on the left baseline, gets it back out. Three-pointer goes in by Jordan Bovey.
Her first 3 points.
Down the floor come the Wildcats. They feed it over to Quinn, takes it into the lane, puts a shot up. It's no good. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jordan Torres. And we have a timeout on the floor. So with the score, 40-31, River Falls on top. You're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network, NLWN-2 and NLWN-TV.
Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax has just what you need when you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it. Mom's is open from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily and until 9 on Fridays with a complete breakfast menu. Lunch includes sandwiches, salads, wraps, and burgers, along with Mom's comfort food favorites, and don't forget dinner on Fridays with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee always hot, the breakfast always delicious, and lunch puts a smile on your face. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax.
And the Vikings will be inbounding the ball. Autumn Nigaman runs the length of the floor to go down and inbound it to Bovey. Bovey brings it up across the timeline. Feeding it over to the right wing to Goodell. Tries to feed it into the lane, taken away by Schwantz. She comes down the floor into the lane, and we're going to get a whistle.
Probably a block on 24.
Schwantz is slow to get up. And they call the block. And Schwantz is in pain on the floor.
Yeah.
12:32 remaining.
Yeah, it was kind of, let's see, 24.
Jordan Bovey.
She got a little sideways as Jordan Schwantz came through, and they got kind of hung up.
I'll tell you what, why don't we take a quick time out? And you're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-2. Menominee Eye and Optical help you see the world for the beautiful place it is. Doctors Nicholas and Marianne Comroe provide both comprehensive and emergency eye care for all, including pediatric and special needs patients. Whether it's examination for glasses to cataract and LASIK care, or diagnosis and management of macular degeneration, diabetic retinopathy, glaucoma, and so much more. In addition, Menominee Eye and Optical's experienced opticians will help guide you to the highest quality eye care for the best value. That's Menominee Eye and Optical, located at 520 Wilson Avenue in Menominee, where they specialize in quality, personalized care for you and your family.
Banking on relationships.
If you spent the summer putting off home improvement projects, don't worry, Dairy State Bank can help. Whether you're planning to add on, winterproof, or repair storm damage, we can help you with the financing. For more information, visit dairystatebank.com or give us a call today. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Dairy State Bank.
River Falls to inbound the ball. Schwantz went off the floor under her own power. They get it out to the top of the key. That's Jalowitz. Feeds it over to Strop. Over to the left side, and driving into the lane is Tim. Now out to Jalowitz, to Van Osdo, to Torres, puts the shot up and good. Oh, check that was Strop. Strop with the basket. 43-21, 12-point lead for the Wildcats. Vikings swing it around to the left side. Long pass just intercepted, but then taken back by the Vikings. Bovey gets it over to Shipman. Down along the baseline, they try to get it to Nigaman, and it got knocked out of bounds. Autumn Nigaman was the last one to touch the ball. McKenna Shipman into the lineup for Nigaman. Wildcats with the ball. Across the timeline, Van Osdal gets it over to Tim. Back over to Jalowitz. Jalowitz at the free throw line, gets it out to Strop. Shot goes up, no good. Rebound taken down by Goodell. Goodell down the floor, feeds it underneath to Hajdukovic, who lays it up off the glass and in.
River Falls forgot about Hajdukovic under the hoop. She has 12 points.
10-point lead for River Falls. This is Jalowitz with it. She lays it up off the glass and in.
Jalowitz has 6 points.
Goodell with it on the right side. She's on the wing. Gets it out to Anderson between the circles. Back down to Goodell on the right. To Hajdukovic. Back out to Goodell. Goodell drives into the lane, tries to put it up. We have a whistle. She got fouled on the way in.
Falls at number 4 for River Falls.
That's Kaylin Jalowitz.
Her second.
Goodell's first shot. Off the back of the iron, no good.
She's 4 for 6 from the line tonight.
Second shot off the front of the iron. And down the floor come the Wildcats. This is Quinn with it. Drives to the lane, backs it back out high. They swing it over to the left side. Van Osdal takes it into the lane. Gets it out to Quinn at the top of the key. Then over to Tim. Tim drives across the lane and then gets it out to Jalowitz. Over to Van Osdal, down into the corner to Tim. Tim takes it into the lane, out to Quinn. Three-pointer, she hit it. Haley Quinn with the three-pointer. She's got 8 on the night.
Yeah, pretty shot there.
Goodell with it, near the free throw line, gets it out to Anderson. To Jordan Bovey. To McKenna Shipman. To Hajdukovic, who lays it up and in. Jeanette Hajdukovic working it underneath. Jalowitz with it for River Falls. Feeds it out to Tim. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Goodell brings it down the floor for the Vikings. To Shipman. This is McKenna. Circles, puts it in the lane, lays it up and puts it off the glass and in. 48-37, Vikings trail by 11. 9:20 remaining. Over into the corner, three-pointer on the way, no good by Jalowitz. And the Vikings get the ball. Hajdukovic feeds it over to Goodell, who takes it down the floor. Tries to get it over to Hajdukovic, knocked away, but Anderson picks it up. Gets it to Goodell. Then down underneath the Hajdukovic, trying to pass it out to Shipman, and I believe, yes, it was Cheyenne Wilson just climbed over her back to try to get to the ball. That's the second foul on the Wildcats. Inbound pass to Hajdukovic near the right elbow. Dishes it off to Shipman. Shipman underneath to Goodell. Backs out a step. Little too far under. Shot was no good, but she got her own rebound. And they save it in to Goodell. Lays it up. No. Goodell's still fighting for it. Hits it to Shipman, and she got fouled while she was trying to drive into the lane. That's going to be a foul on Haley Quinn. It's her third personal. It's also the third team foul. Haley Quinn with the foul. think we need to give Dan some coffee over here. He's
totally daydreaming.
So the Vikings have the ball at the top of the key. Goodell with it, and she lost the handle, lost her feet, and Quinn takes it down the floor and lays it in.
That's 10 points for Haley Quinn.
Bovey with it, gets it over to the near side to Anderson, back out high to Shipman, and over to Bovey on the far side. Bovey drives down to the baseline, puts a shot up. It's going to count. A leap and leaner from the baseline by Jordan Bovey.
She's got 5 points.
And the foul is going to be on Maddie Vitt. That's her first personal, 4th team foul.
Yeah, if Colfax keeps working inside.
No, he's saying it was on the floor, so it wasn't a made basket. They get it into Shipman, who this time she lays it up and in.
Yeah, McKenna has to get hot here.
And a 3-pointer to answer by Vitt. 53-39. It's high, wide, and right. Now they get it down into the right corner. Ball gets tipped, goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hajdukovic.
Yeah, good defense by Cheyenne Wilson for the Wildcats.
So River Falls brings it down the floor. Strop on the dribble. Loses the handle, goes out of bounds. And it was being chased down by Bovey. Evidently, the Vikings must have touched it. That's why she was chasing it. Strop to inbound. Gets it out to Van Osdal. Feeds it over to the right side to Quinn. Drives into the lane, lays it up. It does not go in. Hajdukovic with the rebound. Down the floor comes Bovey. Feeds it off to Keltner on the near side. Gets it over to J.C. Bovey. To Shipman, lays it up and off the glass. 9 points for McKenna Shipman. 53-41. Quinn with it. Now they get it down to the right corner to Vitt, and the pass got taken away by the Vikings. Jordan Bovey on the dribble. Gets it out to Shipman. Launches a 3. No, it won't go in. Hajdukovic with the loose change and can't make it fall. Down the floor comes Van Osdal. They feed it over to the near side to Vitt. Drives into the lane. Shot was blocked by Hajdukovic from behind. McKenna Shipman tries to feed it to Hajdukovic, and they're saying it was last touched by the Vikings. Wildcats with it. They feed it over to the near side. This is Quinn. Down underneath, turnaround jumper. It's going to go in. It's going to count by Jordan Torres. And the foul will be the 6th one on the Vikings, 2nd one on Hajdukovic. Shipman brings it down 55-41, feeds it over. They get it to Bovey. It gets knocked out of her hands and out of bounds.
Yeah, Colfax is small again. They're going to have to find a way to get inside.
Shipman directing traffic, gets it out to Keltner. Out high to Bovey. Shipman takes it into the lane, lays it up, it's good! It's 11 points for McKenna Shipman. Jalowitz with it. Feeds it over to the near side. That Strop takes it out to the top of the key. Back over to Quinn on the right side. Into the lane. Shot goes up, no good by Torres. And the Vikings come down the floor. And trying to put it up was Bovey, and it got blocked by Jalowitz. She feeds it down the floor to Strop. Strop into the lane to Torres. Turns around, puts it up. It does not go in. Rebound, back up, no good. Next rebound is no good, and we're going to get a whistle foul on McKenna Shipman.
Yeah, she got the first block. Just couldn't get over top and get the second.
Yeah, got her with the body. That's 2 fouls on Shipman, 7 fouls on the Vikings. First shot is up. It rattles in and out, no good. Goodell and Sierra Shipman are into the game. Shot goes up, no good. Rebound taken down by Anderson. Feeds it off to McKenna Shipman, who brings it across the timeline. To Jordan Bovey, takes it into the lane, puts it up, no! Couldn't get it to fall. She even got away with the Euro step there. Down the floor comes Strop. She's got it between the circles. 4:44 remain. Gets it over to Jalowitz. And they feed it over to Quinn. Quinn over into the left corner. 3-pointer's no good. Rebound taken down by Goodell. Goodell on the right side. Dribbles it over to the top of the key. Takes it down the left side. Gets it off to Bovey. Bovey to Sierra Shipman. Puts the shot up. It's no good. She got fouled on the way up. I believe that's going to be on Haley Quinn. Oh, I take that back. Fouls on Jalowitz.
Her third.
First shot is up. It's good. Second shot up. It's also good. 55-45, 10-point game. Van Osdal across the timeline. On the right side, gets it down into the corner to Strop. Strop lays it up. It does not go in. Shipman with the rebound. It's McKenna Shipman down the floor. Takes it to free throw line. Spin move in the lane. Puts it up. And the ball got taken away from her. And we have a whistle on the Vikings on Hajdukovic. No, can't be on Hajdukovic. She's not in there.
30.
It's Sierra Shipman. It's hard to count their fingers when they're looking the other way.
That is Sierra's fourth.
Shot goes up. It's no good. Rebound. Taken down by Sikora. Goodell with it across the timeline for the Vikings. She's at the free throw line. Hands it off to Shipman. Gets it to Jordan Bovey. Tries to lay it up, and she got fouled on the way in.
It should be on number 24.
No, they got Jordan Torres, number 20.
Oh. That's her third.
And it's sixth foul on River Falls. First shot is up. Misses everything. .55-45, 3:39 remaining. Sierra Shipman's second shot is up and in. Cut it to 9. Inbound pass comes into Van Osdal. She drives into the lane. Kicks it back out. 3-pointer on the way. No. Rebound taken down by McKenna Shipman. That 3-pointer was by Tim. Shipman feeds it over to Goodell. Goodell at the top of the key. Drives into the lane. Tries to put it up. Got fouled on the way in.
Yeah, Colfax getting to the line. If they just make some of these shots, they'll be right back in it.
Jordan Torres with the foul. And that's 4 on her. Shot goes up, is no good by Goodell.
Into the line is Haley Quinn for River Falls.
Replacing Torres, who's got 4 fouls. Hajdukovic into the lineup for the Vikings. Shot's on its way, and it's good. 55-47. Lead's been cut to 8. Down the floor comes Van Osdol.
They can settle down and run a little clock.
She takes it around to the right side, and we have a timeout being called by the River Falls Wildcats. 55-47, River Falls on top, 3:04 remaining, and you're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV and NLWN-2.
If your estate isn't looking quite estate-like, let Midwest Environmental Consultants landscape your estate right up to snuff with installation of retaining walls, brick patios, foundation planting beds, and so much more. Then they'll keep it that way with their expert lawn care service. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 608-468-2067. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants help make your estate the showplace of the neighborhood.
Back here at Colfax High School, Vikings trailing the River Falls Wildcats 55-47, but they're trying to scrap their way back into it. A figure worth noting, McKenna Shipman currently has 11 points on the night. She came into the game needing 17 to get her 1,000th point. So she is 6 away from that. Van Osdol with the ball, hands it off to Jalowitz between the circles. She takes it over to the right side. This is Strop. And a whistle and a foul being called on Shipman.
That'll be her third.
And it's going to send Kia Strop to the line for the 1-on-1. First shot is up and in. Second shot on the way, no good. Rebound taken down by Shipman, hands it off to Bovey. Jordan Bovey across the timeline. Takes it over to the right, feeds it to Hajdukovic at the elbow. Gets it out to Goodell. Goodell drives towards the lane to Anderson on the left side. Feeds it into the lane to Bovey, lays it up and in. Vikings putting on pressure. They're down by 7. And Osdol feeds it over to Jalowitz, takes it into the lane, kicks it back out to Tim. Tim over to Strop. Strop down into the corner to Van Osdol, back out to Strop. Shot goes up, no good. And the rebound is chased down by the Blackhawks. And we're going to get a timeout call by the River Falls Wildcats on the Northern Light Webcasting Network, NLWN-2 and NLWN-TV.
The Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV is excited to once again be your host for Colfax High School Girls Basketball throughout the 2023 through 2024 season. Our next game will be on Thursday, November 30th, when the Vikings will host the Bloomer Blackhawks. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with Viking pregame at 6:40 p.m. That's live Colfax Viking Girls Basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV on Thursday, November.
Are your pooch's proportions putting on pounds? Or is your kitty's constitution constantly complaining?
Well, stop by and see the friendly folks at the Colfax Animal Hospital. Doctors Austin and Nikki Pritchard and their staff will be happy to help you get your family friend back on the road to healthy living. That's the Colfax Animal Hospital. Call them at 715-962-3380.
Back here at Colfax High School, River Falls has the ball. They inbound it to Quinn. Down into the lane, turnaround jumper, it doesn't go. Rebound taken down by Hajdukovic. And down the floor come the Vikings. Goodell with it. Out high to Bovey. Bovey lays it up. No, it doesn't go. Rebound taken down by River Falls. This is Strop. She gets it over to Van Osdal. To Quinn. Back over to Van Osdal between the circles to Quinn on the near side. Underneath to Jalowitz to Torres, who puts the shot up. It's no good, but a whistle and a foul, and that's going to be on Goodell.
Yeah,
should be her second.
That's a good foul on Goodell there. Jordan Torres had a easy layup and
make her at least get it from the line. First one's in. 57-49. Second shot, it's good. 58-49, Vikings down by 9. Minute and a quarter to go. Bovey with it. Gets it over to Anderson. Back out to Shipman, turnaround jumper's no good. And it goes out of bounds. It will be River Falls ball. Ball comes in to Strop. She's on the dribble in the backcourt. Takes it across the timeline. Down to Van Osdal. On the right side. Gets it up between the circles. Strop loses the handle. Still being scrapped for out there. And she still has it. Gets it over to Quinn on the right side. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Viking ball. 40.7 seconds remaining.
Yeah, you got to get the ball inside right now. Maybe to Jeanette. There's still a mismatch underneath.
Shot, or they get it over to Anderson. Out high to Goodell. Puts up the three. No. Hajdukovic got the ball. She got fouled. Jeanette Hajdukovic to go to the line. The foul was on Quinn. It's her fourth. Foul was on Quinn. It's her fourth. Dan, you really need the coffee. Here's a shot. It's up no good on the 1-and-1. And Wildcats get the ball. 25 seconds left. This is Strop. Whistle, foul.
They're going to get McKenna Shipman.
That's going to be her fourth. And it's going to send Kia Strop to the line. Shot is up. It's good. She's in the double bonus, so she's getting 2. 59-49. Second shot is good.
She's
60-49.
She's 7 for 10 from the line tonight.
Vikings inbound the ball. Bovey has it. Gets it over to Anderson. Anderson over to Shipman. Pulls the trigger. She hit the three. And a timeout called by the Vikings. So with a timeout on the floor, it's River Falls 60, Vikings 52. And you're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Hello there. Vincent the Turkey here. And you know that Thanksgiving is a time for gathering together. If I get to Thanksgiving without being someone's main course, I would like to invite you and yours to gather with me for the Northern Light Webcasting Network's Thanksgiving gathering. They have gathered some of the best Thanksgiving-themed old-time radio programs just to share with you. That's a Thanksgiving gathering on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service at NLWN-TV.
River Falls inbounds the ball. 5 seconds to go. We have a whistle and a foul.
It's on Kaysen Goodell.
And that will be number 3 on Kaysen. And it's going to send Van Osdal to the line.
She's 0 for 2 from the line tonight.
Well, now she's 1 for 3.
1 for 3. (61-52). 62-52. Povey picks it up. Couple of seconds. Shots on the way. Rattles around. It's not good. So our final score is the River Falls Wildcats 62, the Colfax Vikings 52. And we'll be back with Viking postgame right after this timeout. You're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-2 and NLWN-TV.
November of 2018, our daughter Jana passed away. The outpouring of support was unbelievable. Support that we received inspired us to start a foundation called the Jana Kelly Memorial Foundation. And through that foundation,
we've given back in a lot of different ways, through projects, through different other charities that we've supported. We like to help Humane Association, and the Ronald McDonald House is something that's very near and dear to us. We've also recently, this last year, we actually built a tiny house. It's really exciting to be able to give back in different ways.
to learn more or to help financially, would find us on Facebook or www.janakelly.com.
Flashlights. Flashlights. I feel like you get taller every time I see you. Congratulations, Brandon.
You have been tuned to Colfax Viking Girls Basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. This copyrighted production of the Northern Light Webcasting Network and Colfax High School is intended for the enjoyment of the viewing and listening audience. Any broadcast, rebroadcast, or reproduction without the express written consent of the Northern Light Webcasting Network LLC and Colfax High School is prohibited. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Viking Post Game.
Is it time yet?
It's time.
Come start time for dinner.
Oh, terrific.
Donating pet food is one of the many ways you can help families in your community. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
Time now for Viking postgame, with a wrap-up of today's Colfax Viking Girls game. And now, Viking postgame.
We're back here at Colfax High School. Rick Olson, along with Dan Petchow, Chris Olson on the camera, and we're hoping to get Coach Serrar to come up and speak with us. And hopefully the microphone isn't too garbled tonight. But at any rate, the Vikings drop one to the River Falls Wildcats by a score of 62-52. Takes the Vikings record to 1 win and 2 losses. 2 losses against a couple pretty tough teams. And River Falls will go to 1-1 on this season. Dan, your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought the Colfax played hard tonight. Defense is always good. Again, they kind of left a few points on the floor. They did go 10 for 15 from the free throw line, but that's 5 extra points they really could have used tonight. Good performance by Jeanette Hajdukovic. That's already her season high, and they're finding a way to get inside and, maybe just clean up a little bit things in the first half, but otherwise it was a well-played game by both teams.
Now, Dan, why don't you go through your numbers there while we're waiting on Coach Serrar and tell us how we got to this score.
Yeah, here's the scores for River Falls Wildcats. They're led tonight by number 10, Kaya Straup. She had 12 points, followed by Jordan Schwantz with 11. We had Jordan Torres. She had 10 points. We had Addie Tim with 8. We had Kaylin Joawitz with 6. Maddie Vitt with 3. And Haley Quinn, she had 10. For the Colfax Vikings, they were led tonight by 2 girls. Number 40, Jeanette Hajdukovic, and number 42, McKenna Shipman. They both had 14 points. Followed by Kason Goodell with 7. Jordan Bovey with 6. Sierra Shipman, she had 2. Autumn Nigaman had 5. Meta Keltner had 3. And Bryn Skor had 1.
Yeah, so overall, the Vikings, they kind of got in a hole in the first half, falling behind 36-21, but they scrapped their way back, actually won the second half, but it wasn't enough to put them over the top. But it just shows that the Vikings were able to play with the Wildcats, and, River Falls Wildcats are a tough team. We got a few more of those coming up in non-conference play as well. The first one that comes to mind out of the Big Rivers Conference, that's a Division I conference, and they've got River Falls tonight, and they also coming up in early January, they've got the Hudson Raiders out of the Big Rivers. So the Vikings aren't playing any slouches this year.
Right, they've done a good job hanging around. They've left a few things on the court, and I think if they kind of get in more of a rhythm in the first half, that'll maybe keep them the game a little bit closer. Seems like maybe they are a little confused yet of where they're supposed to be, but 3 games in, and you can see the rhythm starting. So hopefully they'll kind of get hot here.
And as Coach Serrar said in the past, you want to make sure you're playing your best basketball at the end of the season, and we're nowhere near the end of the season.
Yeah, we got to get into conference play yet.
That's absolutely right. All right, we're going to take another time out as we wait for Coach Serrar to come up, and you're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network, NLWN-2 and NLWN-TV.
The Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-2 are excited to bring you Colfax High School boys basketball throughout the 2023 through 2024 season.
This is what we came in for!
Our next game will be on Tuesday, November 28th, when the Vikings play host to the Amory Warriors. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-2 begins with Viking pregame at 6:40 p.m. That's live Colfax Viking boys basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-2 on Tuesday, November 28th.
When I never graduated from high school, I realized I wanted to go back to school because I didn't want to work these back-breaking jobs the rest of my life. With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed to come back to school. I felt accomplished, made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
And we're back here at Colfax High School, and Coach Serrar, don't let that score fool you. It sure appeared as though the Vikings came out and scrapped really hard in the second half, dug a hole that was just a little bit too deep to dig out of.
Yeah, I thought first half we were not very good. We were super easy to go around.
We didn't box and rebound. So, when that happens and, they shot the ball super well, like you said, we just dug ourselves a hole and we just couldn't score for a while. And it was just too much for the second half.
Although you did win the second half, not that counts in anything, but nobody likes to talk about moral victories, but at least you came out and had the upper hand in the second half and scrapped pretty hard.
Yeah, like I said, I was proud of the way that they, showed a little resilience, but at the end. But again, I thought, if we would have come ready to play that, it would have been a different outcome, and so I was slightly disappointed in that. Just effort that we showed in the first half. Just you could tell we were a completely different team second half, and we got to find a way to be that team the whole game.
It was kind of nice to see how they figured out that Jeanette's open underneath, and they finally started feeding her the ball, and she comes up with a 14-point night. That's a pretty big night for Jeanette.
Yeah, I thought Jeanette finished really well around the rim. There was definitely times I thought, we should have gone to her more and, get her the ball, but, things to work on, so.
And McKenna looks like wouldn't be too surprised if the game against Bloomer, she has a pretty big night with a little celebration involved with number 1,000 coming.
Yep. When she gets it, she'll get it. So
well, she's only 3 from it, so
yeah.
So if she lives up to what she's been able to do, I think we're going to have a little fun when you have Bloomer. So, and that's who you do have next. You get a little bit of time off now for Thanksgiving, and next week Thursday, Bloomer Blackhawks right here. Well, Coach Serrar, you have a really good Thanksgiving. Enjoy it with your family, and then get back to the hard work of basketball.
Thank you.
And we'll be back with some final thoughts right after this timeout on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. So if you want to talk to your kids, you have to get it trending.
No, you're doing it wrong.
Let's go.
Can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
Are you ready to help your family get prepared for the unexpected?
Here we go!
Ladybug and Cat Noir know how important it is to be ready. Because you never know when Hawkmoth is going to strike, or a disaster will hit. And you don't need miraculous powers. Just put those planning skills you already have to good use. Make a plan that will help you and your family be ready when emergencies happen. Ready Kids can help. Get started at ready.gov/kids.
Back here at Colfax High School, Vikings come up short tonight by a score of 62-52 to the River Falls Wildcats, dropping their record to 1 win and 2 losses. Dan, your final thoughts?
I think the seniors are holding this team together right now, and they're going to need some of the sophomores and juniors to kind of step up and help out a little bit. But looks like they're on the right path.
And they've got to just keep working hard, and it takes a lot of scrapping for the entire 36 minutes of playing time. And when they do that, they're going to be just fine.
Yeah, last year, Colfax girls, they always had at least 9 to 11 of the girls in points. It's close right now, but they could use a couple extra girls to start putting the ball in the hoop.
Yeah, they've got 8 tonight.
8.
And so the scoring is spread out, but they've got a few others that need to put some points in the hole, and and play defense with your feet so you're not reaching and grabbing.
Yeah, and I think some of those players will be coming around, halfway through the season, and they'll understand what's going on, and when conference starts, that's when it gets important.
So our next girls game Well, join us right here on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV on Thursday, November 30th, as we were talking with Coach Serrar about, because the Viking girls will host the Bloomer Blackhawks. Viking pregame begins at 6:40 with live play-by-play to follow. That's Viking Girls Basketball on Thursday, November 30th. But we have more basketball even before that, because join us on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-2 on Tuesday, November 28th, as the Viking boys will take on the Amory Warriors. Viking pregame begins at 6:40 p.m. with live play-by-play to follow. That's the Viking boys basketball on Tuesday, November 28th. And don't forget to make your plans to tune in to either the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service or NLWN-TV Thursday night for our Thanksgiving Gathering 2023. We will bring you the finest in Thanksgiving-themed old-time radio programs. That's Thanksgiving night beginning at 7 p.m. on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Hey, tonight's Colfax Viking Girls Basketball game has been brought to you by the Colfax Animal Hospital. Let Doctors Austin and Nikki Pritchard and their friendly staff take care of your pet. C&K's Construction, your concrete experts for the Chippewa Valley. Dairy State Bank, where they're banking on relationships. Midwest Environmental Consultants, soil testers for Western Wisconsin. Anderson Bridges, who have been manufacturing prefabricated steel truss bridges since 1989. Slayton Technology, IT provider for the Northern Light Webcasting Network. Menominee Eye and Optical, with quality personalized care for you and your family. And Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax. Comfort food the way Mom used to make it. Be sure to thank these fine sponsors for bringing you Colfax Viking Basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network, NLWN-TV, and NLWN-2. So for Chris Olson on the camera, Dan Petchow providing the expert analysis. This is Rick Olson. That final score once again, the River Falls Wildcats 62, the Vikings 52. You've been tuned to Viking Postgame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network, NLWN-TV, and NLWN-2.
You've been listening to Viking Postgame, a wrap-up of today's Colfax Viking Girls game. You can catch Colfax Vikings games by tuning in to any of the Northern Light Webcasting Network outlets. This has been a production of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.